Howdy folks, I'm Aaron, welcome to Lowe's Joinery. Today's video we're going to be looking at one of my most used tools in my workshop. So if you want to see what it is, stick around. Okay then peeps, so obviously my day-to-day job I use a hell of a lot of tools. Some cheap, some good, some power, some hand. When I look at buying tools, generally I want to buy something that's going to last, maybe a bit more expensive at the time, but generally I've always been brought up with the motto, if it does the job, obviously it's a good tool. Obviously with some tools you do get what you pay for, accuracy and stuff like that. So this video we're going to be having a quick look at the miter saw that I use. We'll go over a quick key features on it, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, would I buy it again, etc, etc. So yeah, we'll have a little quick look at the saw and we'll go over a few of the features. Okay then folks, so this is the big beast that I use. It's the KGS 254 Plus. I've had it for a while now, but a few people have been asking me about, is it a good saw, would I buy it again, a few little features on it. Yeah, so I thought I'd do a quick video if anybody else out there wants to obviously look at it. There's a lot of foreign videos on it, and there's a few from like Tool Stop as well, but obviously they're there to sell it, so this is going to be real life, real time sort of video. So a couple of key features on it. You've got the little on and off switch up here. This is for the laser sight. Mine's absolutely bang on. It does get clogged up with sawdust, but I think any saw would, and that's a nice little feature to have when you're lining stuff up. Mine was spot on. I don't really use it now, I just sight the blade up and cut it with that, but it's a nice feature to have. A trenching facility as well. I'll put a link in the description. I used it on the console table build. It's so simple to use. You literally twist this little red dial feature here, and this moves this arm, and out here they've casted the metal so it touches on the screw, and all you do is you just higher and lower that screw, tighten it off with that sort of locking nut, and then that won't go down any further than that. Then got removable fence. It's quite a tall one as well, which is nice. So when you cut in certain stock, you tighten that up with that little star knob at the back. That tightens that really tight, and it gives you a perfect 90 degrees to the bed. It is bang on perfect 90 degrees as well, which is obviously it's a nice feature. It's a double bevel machine as well, which means it bevels left and right, and all you do to activate that is you pull that front catch forward, you push these, there's two arms on there, one on this side as well, you push that down and that releases it, and it's also got, that's a free movement, so you can move that both sides, and it goes 45 either side, left and right. And if you was to flick that up, it stops on your designated sort of angles as well. So you've got your common angles there, which it stops on, and obviously back to 90. Lock it off with that. That's already down. Jobs are good done. 90 degree cut, straight as a die. Absolutely brilliant. It's also got, when it comes to doing your angles, It's 45 degrees to the left, and it goes 60 degrees to the right. And I was surprised on how much I've used the 60-degree angle. I didn't think I would. Excuse the pun. I didn't think I would, but when making furniture and whatnot, it comes in handy to do those very acute angles. So yeah, nice little feature to have. It's also got extension arms or wings, whatever you want to call them, in here, and that lets you pull them out. They come out quite a way. And then obviously the same on this side as well. So if you want to put some long stock on there, you've got that supported, and obviously if you cut in on that side of the blade, that's supported as well. I've got, which I do find myself using, which I didn't think I would, but it's also got an adjustable or a variable speed, obviously 1 to 6, 6 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, which is really nice for when you're cutting delicate stuff. Obviously dial that down, you're not going to have stuff flying everywhere. So regarding the depth of cut, or the cutting capacity, I can cut a 12-inch board on there quite comfortably, and it'll cut anything up to just under 100mm. Absolutely rigid. Like when you're doing that trenching facility and you're doing that quite a lot, there's no play in that machine at all. Obviously if you put a lot of weight on it like that, it's going to move down, but when you're just doing passes like that, it's honestly it's a really solid, well built machine. As for dust extraction, it is really good for dust extraction. So the 64,000 million trillion dollar question: would I buy it again? And the short answer is no. Not for the saw itself. Well, for a small workshop, it's too big. It's a bit of a pain in the bum for me because I have to keep lifting it up and down because I don't have any set space in my workshop for it, as it's such a big saw. And obviously it does do the old back a bit of damage lifting it up and down all day, but obviously needs must, you deal with what you've got, etc. So short answer, the saw is absolutely amazing. It cuts, I can pick that saw up and I know for a fact I cut a piece, it's going to be bang on 90 degrees, it's going to be bang on 45, and it's going to be spot on any other degree I want to cut. And to be honest, that is worth the hassle of lifting it from the floor to the workbench out there. In due course things are going to change for me, and I won't be having that saw anymore, but that's in the future, so stay tuned for that. General note, I wouldn't buy it again for the size, but for the features, for the build quality, for the accuracy, it's an absolute amazing machine. I would recommend it to anybody if they've got the space. Obviously, as it slides on the rails back and forwards, or the rails come out back and forth, it does take a lot of space up in the workshop. I think I measured it the other day, and from point to point it was coming out at about just over 3 foot, which is absolutely huge. For the size, it's a bit of a bugger. Obviously it's an older model, I'm pretty sure. Oh, focus, sorry about that. I'm pretty sure the newer models are smaller. I'll put a link in the description to the one that I would buy now. It's around about the same money. I think that one cost me about £600, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago now. But on a whole, I wouldn't recommend it for small shops. for big shops, it's absolutely spot on. You know, what you want is you want to put your material up, cut something spot on, and know you can come away and there's no discrepancy there at all. So absolutely brilliant saw, absolutely dead accurate, absolutely bloody heavy. So there you go, folks, literally just a quick, probably ended up to have been a 10-minute video, as they all do. I'll say it anyway, that's a quick little run over of the saw. There are other things on there, like the blade lock for quick blade change, and a few other little bits, but I didn't think that was worth going over. If you are looking in the market, probably try look maybe for the Metabo or Metabo, the xact. That's the one where you don't actually move the angles, the saw moves instead. No, sorry, the fences move. The saw stays rigid, but the fences move for the angles as opposed to moving the saw. That looks an absolutely amazing machine. That's the one I'm going to be looking at getting next, coupled up with their extractor unit as well, which looks spot on. But obviously you're talking like near on £1,000 for them too. So, you know, there's cheaper options out there. The cheaper Metabo ones are absolutely spot on. If you've got the room for the one that rides on the rails, there's pointless buying the space saving one. You know, get the one on the rails, it does exactly the same job. You know, you don't need to go out and spend 5, 6, even probably more on a Festool, £700-800, whatever, on a saw, if it's going to do exactly the same as a cheaper version and will do your needs as well. So I really hope you liked the video, folks. I hope I didn't bore you too much with me talking. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I have a new video up every Wednesday. Normally sawdust being made, but I thought I'd try this one for now. Yeah, exciting news coming up. I'm just waiting for a certain element to happen, and then I can announce to everybody on Land, Sea and Foam what it is. So stay tuned for that. I'd love to bring you along and have you part of the journey which is to come. So anyway, folks, I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. Come back on a Wednesday and I'll see you then. Cheers, folks.